Hey guys. So I don't know where to start with this because um, honestly, I don't even know why I'm making this video. There's been a lot that's happened this last month, and I guess I just needed to document just for myself what I'm going through right now because, I don't really have a journal, and I was told that it's good to put my thoughts into something, and so I figured this would probably be the next best thing. To make a long story short, I'm currently in my brand new place. I recently relocated, unfortunately, because I'm divorced now. And I guess the crazy thing about this is that I never thought, I guess, and nobody thinks this, but I never thought that this would actually happen to me. And what's crazy is that when you're alone, you just replay the scenarios 1,000 times in your head and, what I could have done better, what I did well, and things of that sort. And okay, buddy. And thanks, buddy. Why don't you relax? And honestly, I don't know how to feel. I was with my partner for, I would say, almost a third of my life. And for me to go from being with somebody that long to just being by myself is doing things to me mentally that I don't think anybody really understands unless you're going through it. And I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to wish this on my worst enemy. It's a different kind of hell, honestly. It's just such a unique experience, and honestly, it's very challenging. There are days where I'm making progress meaning trying to keep busy, trying to get into routine, and trying to do the things that I love. But honestly, the hardest thing about it is that, I'm not the person that I once was when I met her, and I'm not the person that I am. I don't know who I am now because I've molded my life into being a person's partner, and unfortunately that person wasn't happy and they left. So I'm kind of in such a weird space where I wake up and I feel like literally like a hollow, like I just feel like something, like a heavy weight on my chest, or I feel like a part of me has been lost, almost like I'm hollow. And there's a lot of different stages that hit me in waves because, it's little things like hearing a song or going to a place where you've had so many memories, or just little things like that really hit hard. It's cliche and it sounds obvious, but when you're really going through it, it's just a different wave of emotions. You get hit with denial, and you get hit with anxiety, you get hit with sorrow. It's just a very unique situation, and the hardest thing about it is now that I'm by myself, it's a different perspective because there were so many things that, I feel that I could have done better. And there was a lot of things that I did really well. And so you learn to realize that a lot of the things that you maybe weren't too happy with, like being asked to do things around the house, or those annoying times where a lot of questions would be asked after a long day, and you're like, oh my God, why are you asking so many questions? Or why are you telling me to do this? And just so many silly things that it's crazy that I would kill to have those moments back, to have somebody to love you enough to ask you about how your day's going and really sit down and try to talk to you about it, and have somebody cook for you or make you little things that you like, or remember to grab you certain things at the grocery store that you said you liked, just as a form of I'm listening or I love you. And when you're alone, you don't have anybody to do that for, or you're doing it for yourself. You really realize that those are the moments that matter the most. And I wish I could tell you that I acknowledged and enjoyed every one of those moments. I actually very much took it for granted. And that's the difficult part, is seeing those moments in my mind and reliving them and just wishing I could just go back. The damage is already done. I'm very much in a state of denial, I think, because the hardest part is I feel that my situation is unique, and I think that deep down somewhere I have a hope that things are somehow going to work out. But the tough part about that is that two people have to be willing to make it work. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to say this, I think that there's only one person trying to make it work right now, and that's me. And it's very selfish of me to try to involve myself in a person's life that has made a decision to step away. It's better for me to give them their space and to give them what they're asking for, because that's my last act of love that I can do, is to respect their space and to give them what they want. But I'm just making this video as a moment in my life to really hopefully look back on and think about how far I've come in life. Hopefully maybe one day to look back and be with that person again and say I've learned so much. But I just feel like there's a lot of signs that are happening that I'm noticing that aren't pointing towards that. Like, every time I send a message, I see it's delivered, but there's no response. There's no reading. Or stop sharing locations. Or emojis that I'm getting back are very neutral. And it's heartbreaking. I grew up in a broken household. My family was broken pretty early. And I saw a lot of things growing up that made you grow up pretty quick and made you not want to do things like that with my partner growing up. And I feel that when I proposed and vowed and swore through thick and thin and sickness and health that I really meant that. And it was a very special moment for me because I thought that I found my partner. And unfortunately, life is the biggest test that we have. And that person made a decision to choose themselves and try to go on in life and do what's best for them. And it's been very hard. So I've really been leaning towards my faith and trying to really hope for the best. But it's been hard. I feel like everything I do is to distract or to keep my mind occupied. But I'm not the same person that I once was, so there's only so much that I can do before I do something that reminds me of her or makes me miss her or makes me realize that things may never go back to the way that they once were. And it's just a very hard realization unless you're really going through it. So if this video is just for me, if this video is for anyone that's going through something similar that can relate, I hope not, because I wouldn't wish this on anyone, but I just hope that we can all grow and we can all become the people that we need to be so we can have our own happy story and happy adventure. But it's just really hard right now. I'm in a house that's empty, that I'm living in boxes out of, and everything is just a constant reminder that I'm really going through it right now. And yeah, I thank God that I have my dog here who's been with me no matter what. And I just want to put it out into the universe that I still love her. I hope things work out. But least of all, if she's happier in life and goes through this life without me and she does better, then at least I can do that respectfully and honor her wishes. So Amanda, I love you always. I could never hate you. I could never resent you. You were the best wife I could ever ask for. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be enough for you. I don't care what anyone says about me. I don't care how this makes me look. I don't care if people think this is pathetic or it makes me look weak. I truly do love you. And I guess this is just my message in a bottle. I'm throwing it out to sea to see where it lands, because I never know what the future holds. And again, I know I'm likely in denial, but I just hope that you're happy. And I thank you so much for everything that you've given me. I'm sorry things ended up the way that they did. But you made your decision, and I respect that. I still love you. And I can't wait to see where my adventures take me. Where your adventures take you. And that's all for now.